Hey guys, Monkey right here, and welcome to our pay-per-view predictions. And this is the first ever prediction video for 2022. It is our day one prediction video, and as you can hear, I got my girl Joy657 with me as always for these videos.
Of course.
And are you ready to get into the first pay-per-view 2021, Joy?
Yep, as ready as we'll ever be, I guess. I still don't know how the whole card's going to shake out, but it'll be interesting.
I'll explain to you the gist of shit as we go along.
Glad this is your channel, not mine.
Alright, so the first match is going to be... Let me, before we do that, write down the timestamps. I mean, it'll be easier for me to edit if we do this. If I do have to edit shit, you know.
Mhm.
Because I've had to edit shit for the Fire Series pay-per-view, so just going to like make a little note for me in post, you know.
That's smart. Nice little behind the scenes. People get to know.
Right. All right. So
look at you being smart with timestamps.
The first match is going to be at 1:30. It's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss.
What did I call him last time? Madcap McGee?
Yeah. Madcap McGee.
Yeah, I'm not going with Madcap McGee. As much as I do like the idea of like Baron Corbin or Happy Gilmore interfering or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and say Drew McIntyre. I think he's a title chaser, but he's still competent enough to be winning at least these kind of matches that don't really matter.
He beat Madcap, definitely, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%. Can he win? Yes, and I think he should. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him.
Will he win? Probably not because of Happy Corbin.
I mean, fair, but look, if he loses to McGee, then he's solidified as a jobber.
Then he's down the card. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. His stock falls immediately, and he's going to just be a jobber now. Which, it'll be nice, I guess, in a way, to kind of know the plan going forward. But he shouldn't.
But you don't want to be a jobber. That gets you prime released, you know?
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, like, literally everyone else.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of depleted.
I feel like McIntyre's here just because they released all the other jobbers. They're like, well, they got nobody else for Madcap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we're both going for Drew because there's no way I'm going for Madcap either because I don't see him winning at all.
No, I mean, not only that, isn't he kind of like too new to the scene to be getting a solo win on his own right now? Because didn't he like just get called up to pal around with Corbin?
He was he was in NXT for a while, like a few years, but
yeah. I'm not saying that he's new to the sport or the industry, but to the main roster, he got called up and put on the hat, and now he's with Corbin. But he's still like new to
January of 2020, so it's about a year.
Okay. Well, that'd be 2 years then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for 2 years. I can't math right. All right.
It's all right. I can barely word right. I don't do English good.
All right, so let's go over.
Markiplier said.
Let's go over Drew here.
Yes, we are.
All right, that was an easy matchup. Now for the more harder matches, which is not saying anything, you know.
Yeah, I mean it's still what it is.
All right, next match we got Edge versus The Miz.
Is it just a standard 1v1?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, what a card. Edge, I guess.
You say Edge, you want to win
pretty
it?
Much for the same. Yeah, I guess. Pretty much for the same reasoning as with Drew and Madcap. I just don't really see Miz being able to beat somebody the caliber of Edge, and I don't really see any gain in it for either of them.
I mean, Edge did technically get the last laugh on Raw because he gave Miz and Maurice a brood bath.
Oh God! Whoever has the momentum going in then loses it.
I mean, if you want to call the brood bath an advantage, you know.
I mean, it kind of is because you gained momentum psychologically going in. And the fact that Maurice is there, that kind of throws a bit of a wrench into things as well.
But
because she could always get involved.
I'm not sure if Maurice is going to be pro Miz because considering Miz used Maurice as a meat shield one time.
I mean, you're fair. But that's what your job is right now. You're brought in to be the valet, which is usually a meat shield. So
yeah, but that's his wife,
you signed up
you
for
know?
this. You signed up for it. I'm just saying.
So you'd be alright if Jonas used you as a meat shield on a wrestling show.
If what?
So if you was wrestling, you want Jonas to use you as a meat shield against a big hulking man?
I mean, if I can protect him, it's my job, right?
Yeah, but it just sounds like just seems like a dick move, you know.
I mean, it is, but it also fits him for being the heel that he is now. So it makes sense, and it fits the vibe, and I just have a funny feeling that now it's going to kind of come out on top of Edge with that, but I'm still going to stick with Edge just because it makes more sense to my brain. Like, I can't picture Miz beating Edge.
I mean, I'm probably going to go with Edge too because, you know, he's Mr. Hall of Famer. He's basically the Drew McIntyre in business, like kind of like Madcap Moss, you know, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, like it's really not a fair matchup as far as the Hail of the Tape is concerned.
Like Miz isn't exactly like top tier status right now, you know.
No, and unless having him win over somebody like Edge would give him the edge over the others to actually climb the ladder a bit more again. I'm not sure. But I can't see Miz in the same light as the other top tier guys on that brand.
I mean, especially because Raw has kind of like it's kind of static for the SmackDown right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the draft that they did completely ruined things.
They kind of shafted SmackDown because Drew's the only person who can like take down Reigns at this point, you know.
Yeah, they slanted it in Raw's direction so much when it used to be that SmackDown was the premier show for talent. They just completely reversed it, and it made me really sad to see. They
kind of fucking shattered SmackDown because, like I said, Drew's the only like viable champion there now, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, and now he probably won't even get that shot. So, depending on what happens with the match later on tonight.
Yeah, considering Drew's face people like fucking Madcap, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not. I don't know. The booking is very confusing to me.
It's weird about how they go about making matches. You know, like they gave McIntyre to Moss. You know, like that's.
Yeah, I mean their booking is historically bad though.
I mean, they could have gave him like Akira Tozawa or somebody. You know.
That's why I'm thinking that Drew wins, because if you wanted to build up Madcap, you would have given him someone who's not like worlds better than he is, right? Somebody who's more on his level, and then when he beats them, then he can start climbing up and start beating people who are, you know, getting progressively better.
Right.
But instead they're feeding him to McIntyre, so it's just not a good sign.
But
for anybody.
This really isn't going to be a good thing for McIntyre either. I don't know why we're talking about McIntyre and Moss. We're talking about Edge and Miz here, but
because we were comparing the two, because it's similar, right? Because if Edge wins, He doesn't really
Edge,
gain a whole lot because he's beating The Miz.
and
Like, it's not going to give him any extra standing.
He's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't really need the championship right now, you know. Miz, he's not even in the World Championship match right now, or in the picture right now, you know.
Yeah, he's not in contention, and beating Edge could get him closer to contention, but not, there to be taken seriously. Exactly. So neither one really has a whole lot to gain out of this, and I'm confused. But I'm going with Edge to circle back. I'm going to stick with Edge still. I'm probably wrong, but I can't in good conscience go with The Miz.
I gotta go Edge too, because like I said, Edge with his brood bath just has him in the advantage, and I know it's probably going to be Miz is going to win considering your logic, but
yeah.
All right, so on the third matchup.
Yep.
All right. So the third match is going to be for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We got the Usos versus the New Day.
This matchup makes me sad because if I was following the same logic of the other two, I would be going with New Day. But the family and the love that the company has for them, the whole bloodline thing and the company keeping them in a dominant fashion makes me go Usos, and I hate going against my better judgment. But I think I gotta at least have one smart pick, and that's gonna have to be the Usos.
I just don't know why they keep pushing Usos a New Day.
It's pretty much like the only team they have over there, isn't it?
They have a bunch of teams over there, I'm pretty sure. The Mysterio's on Raw now.
Exactly. See, they nerfed SmackDown, and now you have nothing of any kind of substance that you can mix things up with. So you have to just kind of use the same old hat.
Well, if they stop fucking releasing people, maybe they would have people to shuffle around.
Fair. That is very fair. If they actually keep a roster, then they would have a roster to utilize. But they're dumb, and they don't. And so we have... It's like Orton Cena 10, when they just kept going back and forth. Now, I, for one, loved that rivalry. But I know not everybody did.
This is the tag team version of Orton and Cena,
Yeah, exactly. It's just one show versus another. One person has the titles, then the other person does, and it's like...
It's like a fucking game of hot potato,
Yeah, kinda. Only now the potatoes are firmly with the Samoans. Their table is full.
All right, so you're saying
that was
Usos?
a horrible reference, but yeah, I'm going with the Usos against my better judgment because I do think that New Day is better and should win, but I think that the company is going to be so into the Usos and all that Rock bloodline that they're going to give the Usos the win.
Okay, the next three, I'm going to do my predictions first because otherwise I'm going to say like I'm fucking copying off of you. I'm also going to go with
just like the last one we
the
did.
Usos because I don't think they're going to make the bloodline lose anytime soon.
Yeah. It's so funny because I think that we're going to be in agreement on the rest of them. To be fair, so you going first will at least be better.
Like I'm looking at the matches left over, and I'm pretty sure we're going to agree on all four of them still.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe not the second to last one because we don't know what's going to happen with that to begin with. So.
Right. We'll get there when we get there, but we got a little comment about that match. So. Both go for Usos. We're basically on point with basically tying this match, this pay-per-view, no matter what happens right now.
Yeah, essentially. I think, look, this pay-per-view, with the way that everything is shaking out, is just us just getting together and talking about stuff rather than actually versing.
We're fucking talking about pay-per-view pay-per-view for like an hour, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we almost always do. That's how our calls always go.
Because we always get distracted, like now. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like now. Us talking about us. My God.
Talk about the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Podcastception.
Alright, so you ready to go to the next matchup before we get
Yes, please.
this hole?
Yes. Yeah, let's just jump out of the rabbit hole and go somewhere else.
Alright, like I said, I'm going to go in first this time just that way they don't think I'm copying off of you, you know?
Yes.
So for the next matchup is the Raw Tag Team Championship matchups. RK Bro versus the Street Bros. The Street Profits.
I mean, they're bros too.
Very much. And I go RK Bro, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Although Riddle is going to compete on NXT pretty soon. So I don't know if that's a foreshadowing they're going to lose the championships or...
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's just going there for, like, just a match. I mean, he's not going to be on NXT permanently. He's not getting himself demoted. It's just it could just be something just to give NXT some extra pub by bringing one of the bigger guys down. Similar to Styles. You know, showing up to do a match to give them some cross-promotion kind of deal.
Also, I don't know how it's going to be for Riddle because he's going to compete on January 1st, and then January 4th, he's going to compete again. So, he's going to have a rough week.
Yeah, when you're in the industry, though, you are used to multiple days straight, multiple days a week. You know, always on the road, always doing something. It's part of the grind. Unless you're a, big-time superstar that can afford the time off.
Lesnar.
Yeah, and others, but yeah. I wasn't going to name any names, but yes.
I was.
Of course you are. You're the brash one of the two of us.
So who's you gonna go for?
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. I am agreeing with RK Bro just because that team is
still
so
has life to it, you know.
Yeah, they still have some time before he eventually turns, but as much as I do like the Street Profits, and I do,
he kind of teased it though, because on Raw he kind of put Riddle in the position, but he kind of let him go. Like he put his hands over his fucking head and then let him go.
I think it would be too obvious though if he did it now. Like when he turns, he's going to do it as a more of a surprise kind of deal. So it's going to be when you're least expecting it, similar to when he RKO'd Stacy Keibler. No one expected that, and that's usually how his turns go. Like we who know him know where it's going, but he's not going to just say with his actions that he's going to turn and then do it. So he'll wait till everything's hunky-dory and then knock him out with it. And that's what's going to cost him the titles, eventually. He'll RKO him and then leave, and then let whoever they're facing get the win.
Yeah, kind of like how Dean Ambrose did to Seth Rollins.
Yeah, kind of.
Back in the day, you know? You got quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to check something. But yeah, I'm taking RK Bro as well. I like the Street Profits, but it's not their time. Not yet.
That would be kind of cool though. Just like Randy Orton RKO's Riddle, and then Riddle basically defends title on his own, like Seth Rollins did before. You know.
Yeah, but the thing with that is he can't kick out of that and then be the champion, because you can't be a solo champion. It doesn't work, and he can't just replace Orton as a new partner. So it's gonna be Orton's gonna cost them the titles.
I mean, like I said, Seth did it before.
Yes, but that's Seth we're talking about, not Riddle taking an RKO.
Riddle is okay. You know, he ain't the best, but he can get the job done.
Yeah, he's decent. I just if you're going to go through the trouble of having an RKO delivered, it's going to be the end of the match. It's not going to be something he's going to kick out of spite and then go on to beat them single-handedly.
I mean, I was just going to think or to go walk out of the matchup and then just let Riddle do it on his own. You know?
No, he wouldn't do that. No. He's not just going to walk away. He's going to make a statement and then walk away. That's his style.
Hey, you're the Orton expert here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was.
Sort
of. Sometimes.
Kinda.
A little bit.
In certain aspects, you're the Orton expert.
Yeah. In certain areas, yes.
Certain aspects. we'll say that.
Yeah. Do with that what you will.
All right. So RK Bro is going over.
Yeah, we agree.
Again. So next matchup is the first matchup that might be changing.
Yes.
So next matchup is going to be for the Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. And this might not matter, but I'm going to go with Morgan, I guess. Just because I feel like it's finally her time, you know?
Yeah, there was a report that she was flying her parents in to see her win the title. So it would make sense that she would, because why are you going to bring the family to watch you lose? So...
Look, Mom, I lost.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I flew you all the way in here so you could see me get beat.
What's going to be really bad is if she... I got pissed off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What's going to be really sad is if she loses to the Disarmer, and so you flew your family in there just to see you quit. Like, that's going to be really, really bad. So, just because of that, and then the whole Make-A-Wish thing, and her pretty much guaranteeing that kid that she was going to win the title. Right. I do think that it is her time. I would be concerned because of how vocal she's being about people being released and kind of against what the company is doing, that they're going to find a way to that, and that's going to be...
That'll put you in a doghouse for sure.
Oh, yeah, 100% she would be. So I'm concerned that being in the doghouse for that would overrule the this is her time thing. Lynch just keeps it. Yeah, exactly. It would just ruin the whole thing. But out of hope, I'm going to say Morgan. Purely out of...
You're agreeing again?
Yes. Purely out of hope.
All right,
because honestly, I think Lynch will win, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. So I'm going with Morgan.
All right, so both go for Morgan here. It might not matter because when we get to the next matchup, I'll explain why. You know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But for right now, both go for Morgan. But for right now, both go for Morgan, and right now it does matter. So.
Yeah.
All right, for the next matchup and for the most affected matchup in this match card, we got for the WWE Championship a fatal four-way between Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Bobby Lashley. Now, do you want me to explain the problem, right? Or do you want to go through?
Explain the issue first, because that's going to probably impact our
choices,
our thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if you don't know, I think it's confirmed that Seth Rollins does have the virus.
Mm-hmm.
So, as of right now, he is scheduled to compete. We don't know if he's going to be polled, though. I mean, he should be polled if he does have virus, but...
Yeah, if he actually did contract it, like if he tested positive twice, for the testings prior, then he should have to
Be
go
pulled.
home. Right, but there's always false positives, and just the fact that you came into contact with someone could be why you were on the list. But for now, we
However,
think that he has it.
Lashley and Big E both missed the live events too.
Oh dear God, do they both have it, or did they not test it yet?
They're not confirmed to have it yet. They missed the live event on Boxing Day.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, that could have just been precautionary. Like, there was someone in
Right.
the area who had it, and they didn't want to risk the pay-per-view, so they pulled them from the card on the just in case.
but right now, Lashley and Big E are up in the air. You know.
Oh, that really changes things.
So as right now, Kevin Owens is the only person who's 100% clear.
Because of course, Dad and I were talking about that, and he says so by default.
Joy, you want to know the funny thing about this?
Huh?
Kevin Owens at Raw had like a little plan that like, oh, I'm going to fuck Seth Rollins over. But Lashley will go after Seth Rollins, and Big E will go after like Seth, and I'll have the clear path to the championship. He might get his wish.
Honestly, yeah. If everyone else comes down with it, you're by default the only person here. So here you go. That would be hilarious if he actually wins it by default.
That'd be the funniest shit ever.
It would be all the hoodwinking he did. I remember watching one of the matches. It was like a beat the clock gauntlet kind of thing, where Lashley had to beat everybody to go through, and Kevin was making sure that he lost, just so that he wouldn't be part of the match. And so now, the fact that he might be the only person actually able to go is hilarious to me, and I'm very tempted to say Kevin just because of that.
If I was a writer and this shit happened, like everybody got killed, oh shit, everybody got fired for him. I'll put that in a storyline, like.
Yeah. Like, but you can't say that he infected them. That'd be really bad for everyone.
That'd be the funniest shit ever. Like, I told you I was right, you know?
Yeah. I think that they should kind of open up their... They should branch out a little bit creatively and take advantage of things that are actually happening. Like, if they're not able to go, take advantage of it and make it fit with what's been attempted. Yeah. Because you don't have to plan and write out everything, because you have to be adaptable. So I would definitely take advantage of that, but it's also them, and I don't think they're going to.
It kind of sounds like a dick move, though, exploiting a illness for a storyline, you know?
It wouldn't be the first time that they've done a move.
A sad thing like that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they had somebody, quote-unquote, fake their death.
We're not going to talk about it, but Randy Orton did something about that before, back in the day. If you remember about that.
I'm thinking. You said Orton did something like that back in the day?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Which part?
About a death.
About faking the death.
No, about actual death.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know now?
I remember that was a bad thing that he did.
That's why I'm not going to vocalize it, you know?
Yeah, because we don't want to repeat what he said. Because I mean, he's still
that
one
was
of the most savage people.
That was a bad, quote unquote storyline, you know?
Yeah, it was not okay. I'm glad that he lost that feud. I'm pretty sure he did.
It was a long time. It was a long time ago, but I still remember that because it was just so fucking dirty, you know.
Yeah, it was uncalled for. There's some things that you don't talk about, and that's one of them. And he just does not care. He's one of those people who is just savage and doesn't care at all.
Right.
Which I respect and kind of like. But
anyway, back to the
yeah, sorry.
day one. So,
yeah.
Are you going to go with Kevin just because he's the only one that's
just
clear?
Because it's funny? I mean, I would just because it's funny, but I also know that they don't like to be funny. So...
I mean, do you see the gimmicks nowadays?
I mean, that's true, but what kind of gimmick can you really give him, the, bearer of illnesses?
They're making Kevin Owens like a gimmick, like he's trying to be more funny nowadays,
See, for me, then that's not a good path to take to the championship. You can't be a jokester and be, running around like Steve-O pranking everybody and being funny about it and be taken as a serious champion. So, as funny as it would be to have him be champion now, I think I'm going to actually trust my this is what would actually happen senses, and I'm going to take Lashley.
Damn it. I was going to go for him too.
Oh my god.
That means this whole fucking pay-per-view is lined on the last matchup.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be in agreement with that one too. So this is just a huge wash and just a really good time to hang out.
I'm not sure, actually.
I'm pretty sure.
You want to find out?
Yeah. Let's figure this out, because you took Lashley too, right? So
yeah.
All right, final match. Let's figure this out.
For the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. And I'm actually gonna go for Brock Lesnar.
First. Oh. Okay, explain.
Because Roman kicked Paul Heyman out of the bloodline, so I feel like he's gonna get revenge on Roman.
I do believe in that, and I knew that was what was going to happen eventually, but I don't know if I see it happening on day one. Because Paul Heyman is very, very vindictive, and he's going to hit him where it hurts the most, which is going to be at WrestleMania. Not some first of its kind of pay-per-view that they just happen to toss together on a card with a bunch of people who don't matter. He's going to do it on the grandest stage of them all, so we can get the full embarrassment possible.
And Brock is, used to be a Paul Heyman guy too, so I feel like he will just switch back to Brock's side,
Yeah, exactly. I 100% seen that happening when Lesnar first came back and started facing Reigns off and on, and then he got messed out of the championship from the Usos before. So I definitely seen Heyman turning. It was smart that Reigns turned first, because then he's not looking over his shoulder. But at the same time, I don't think that it's going to happen this pay-per-view. Reigns will lose the title, but I think he's going to lose it at Mania.
Yeah,
so
but
we finally do have a split.
Brock again?
Probably. Brock or Rock.
Because, as we've just established, McIntyre and Brock are the only two people who can actually be a viable Universal Champion now in SmackDown.
But, I mean, don't forget, though, we have the Rumble coming up.
True, but...
So, we could have somebody...
from Raw
win
to SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. Someone could just man up and beat it. Maybe Lashley will win that and say, you know what? I've had enough of beating you people. I'm going to go over to SmackDown and win that one.
Screw Big E, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I just feel like since they just kicked Paul Heyman out of the bloodline, Paul was not going to take that down without a fight,
Oh, I 100% agree. And it's going to come back to bite him. But I think that Heyman is going to stew on it for a while. He's not going to immediately do it, because like with Orton turning on Riddle, it's too obvious. it's too perfectly lined up, and everyone's going to be expecting that. So I think that he's going to do the unexpected, and he's going to wait and bide his time.
Don't you think WrestleMania is kind of a predictable thing too?
I mean, kind of, but it's better than, the week later.
I guess.
Like, having it happen the following week that you get turned on is a little bit too reactionary for someone with the brain of Paul Heyman. Heyman thinks through everything. He is very, very smart where all this stuff is concerned. And he doesn't just react on a whim. So I don't see him doing it this soon.
Right. Heyman,
but he's going to do it.
Love him or hate him, has a pretty big brain. He can think pretty well.
Yeah, his wrestling acumen is second to few.
Insane.
Yeah, he's very, very smart. For the business, for the sport, promos especially. I mean, maybe he's just going to go grab somebody new and do it that way. Since Lesnar didn't exactly help him when he got Superman punched in the face.
Right.
I mean, Lesnar did come down and save him from the concerto, but he didn't really help him up like I was expecting him to. So he didn't really solidify that advocacy relationship any further. So maybe Heyman will just go find someone else that's a beast.
Some fresh face from NXT.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I think one of Reigns' cousins is also down in NXT now, so maybe they'll fast track that.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, they can have Heyman work with him, fast track it, and
hey, it's Braun.
Yeah, there you go. It's a Braun.
Hey,
instantly like question mark?
You might like him,
I haven't seen the guy, so I don't know, but maybe. I don't know.
And he's special like your Braun.
Is he now?
Yeah, he's supposed to be BRON, so you might like him.
Oh yeah, that's true. That could be interesting. I am intrigued.
Anyway, so
I think I'm gonna take Reigns just because I think it's too soon for Heyman to get his revenge. I think it's too obvious, it's too cliche, and he's gonna wait.
This whole pay-per-view is riding down on one match.
Yeah, and it's riding on Heyman being the Heyman that I think he is.
It all comes down to whether Heyman turned on Reigns tonight or Saturday or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think you can turn on him when you're already gone, right? Because you've already been kicked out. So you were the one that was turned on.
Well,
but it all depends on.
All right. Okay,
when
revenge.
He will be exacting his. Yeah. When will he be exacting his revenge? Will it be immediately? Will it be swift? Or is it going to be that revenge is best served cold? And he's going to wait. I think he waits.
I guess we'll find out, huh?
Yeah, we will find out. I think he waits. If he's the Heyman that I remember, he is patient, and he will make you feel it later.
Alright, so that is our day one prediction video. And one more thing to note, back to the Roman Championship, back to Lynch and Morgan. They both didn't appear for the live event as well, so maybe they're like in quarantine too.
Maybe. I mean, especially here's the thing: if Rollins does have it,
then Lynch cannot compete.
Check Lynch. Yeah, because there's a lot of really close contact there, so they're going to have to be tested rigorously going into the pay-per-view to see that they're not positive, and hopefully it won't be. But
if Seth has it, then Lynch probably has it too.
More than likely, yeah. But I mean, as you know, just because you're in close contact with somebody doesn't mean you get it.
Right.
So we'll see how that all shakes out. Hopefully, it's all negative across the board, so we can have a smooth show. But
people are saying people are saying day one might get canceled because all these fucking no shows,
I mean, it would make sense, but it's also the E, and I don't know that they would let that money sit on the table like that. Because you can't do day one a week into the month.
Right,
So
you can't do day one and day two.
yeah, exactly. It's literally called day one because it's a New Year's Day event. So they need to either do it or don't, and then they just wait for the Rumble in February, I guess it would be then, or is it at the end of January?
And it's into January.
Why do they have 2 pay-per-views in a month? Again,
Because it's WWE and they hate
climate,
us.
That's so stupid. This is fair, but in this climate, that is a stupid decision. But again, it's them, so we'll see.
So we probably won't be coming back because tomorrow's the 30th, and I gotta have time to get this shit edited and go up.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if we do come back because it's almost there as is. So I'll post updates down below in the comments, and I guess Joy will help me with that.
Yep, if anything changes, let me know, and I will be there to give my my new prediction or what have you.
An update prediction, Yeah.
Yeah, updated prediction here. Blah.
All right. So anything left to say, Joy?
Not really. This went surprisingly well for time and all.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still over 40 minutes, but
only 40 minutes.
we only got sidetracked like twice. Once for the meat shield, once for the Orton Encyclopedia expert.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, at least that was on theme.
We pretty good, didn't we?
Yeah, we actually stayed on topic for the most part.
Damn. 2022, the year this podcast changes. Probably not.
Maybe one can hope. One can hope. We'll see how long the trend actually lasts. But I'm good. I'm sure that he'll have all of my links down below if anyone's interested in catching me out or checking me out over there.
I'll have your YouTube. I'll have your YouTube, your Twitter, and your Discord down below.
Yeah, I'm more active on Twitter than I should be. So meet me there if you want to.
And I also have my Twitter down below too if you guys want to follow me. Because I'm a pretty cool person to hang out with, Joy can vouch for that.
Can confirm 12 years and going strong.
I want a cool cat to hang out with,
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to cut it off here now, guys. So, hope you enjoyed it. And, yeah, hopefully 2022 is going to be better.
God, I hope so.
Peace out, guys.